Talk to me about your constitutional amendment.
Well, it's kind of complicated, so I'll have to start with talking about the common school account. The common school account is a sinking fund that the money from the state lands royalties is put into annually. Then the state lands royalties, they constitute the money that we get from the mineral royalties on the state lands around the state. The state was given 2 sections in each township when we had the state, when we were admitted into the Union. And those are the lands that contribute the state lands royalties. They constitute right now about $129 million a year. 2/3 of that money, by the Constitution of the state of Wyoming, is put into the common school account. The common school account is a sinking fund where the money is kept, and only the interest and the dividends that is paid by the money that's in this common school account is made available to the schools annually. Annually, that amounts to about $80 million a year. The amount that's in the common school account is $4 billion. And that's just kept permanently. It's not available for the schools to use on an annual basis. That money is kept permanently. So this constitutional amendment would allow the 2/3 that is put into the common school account annually to be reduced to 1/3. And I have done the calculations on that, and that would amount to about $43 million a year that would go into the common school account, and the other $43 million would be made available to schools on an annual basis. The money that goes into the common school account would be the amount that would produce, would exceed the amount of inflation annually. So that $4 billion would be protected from inflation on an annual basis. So the constitutional amendment would last for 6 years. After 6 years, we'd go back to the current regimen where 2/3 of the money goes into the common school account. So the long and the short of it is that $43 million a year would be made available to the school foundation program, which is the amount that's used for K-12 education in the state of Wyoming. That currently is about a $396 million deficit annually, or biennially. So consequently, this would not solve the problem of the schools, but it would contribute $43 million to that deficit on an annual basis. So it would be $86 million in a biennium.